Hello, my name is Nora Oviatt. I am a biology major at Colorado Mesa University. I am interested in biology, especially botany. I like plants, and I enjoy spending time outside. I have an interest in sustainability. We've always had a backyard compost pile and a backyard garden. We grow lots of vegetables. So I've always had an awareness of the idea of growing your own vegetables and supporting yourself, and then that way, and then using the vegetable scraps in your compost and then having it come back to the garden. So I've always had that aspect of sustainability in my life, which has led me to an appreciation for sustainability and a desire to have more of it. So I enjoy gardening and composting. Our backyard compost pile was more of a just mash everything together and wait and see what happens than a methodological approach. And so I was excited when I got to be part of the composting staff because I got to learn more of the science behind composting, the carbon to nitrogen ratio and things like that, which was very exciting for me. I enjoy learning new things, and it was related to something I already had an interest in, so it was perfect. I also enjoy spending time outside, which is something that I get to do at composting, at the composting facility, which is really nice. It helps balance out schoolwork and the other on-campus job I have at the library. So I am interested in being compost manager again this semester. I was compost manager last semester, and before that I was a composting employee for about a year, and so I have greatly enjoyed that, and it's been a good opportunity for me it's been my first opportunity in a manager position, which has been interesting, an interesting role, and I've definitely learned a lot, but I definitely still have a lot to learn. So that's one of the reasons that I'm interested in this position again this semester, is because I still think I have a lot to learn about being a manager and a lot to offer to the sustainability of the composting facility and the composting facility itself. So my goals that I would have if I was offered this position include, like I said, I still have a lot to learn about being manager, and so some of these goals I have associated with that would be to get better at motivating people to actually get out to the composting facility. I feel like I've done a good job of sharing the knowledge that I've learned at the composting facility, especially with the new staff. There's still definitely a lot they have to learn still, but I think that I've done pretty good at that, but I think I could do better at actually motivating them to get out there and get stuff done. Because the cool part of this composting facility is that you get both the educational experience, but there is definitely still, a little bit of manual labor involved, and sometimes it can be hard to feel motivated to actually go out there and get stuff done. So that would be a goal of mine, is to help share that motivation with my employees. Another goal is a more personal goal is to get better at being manager by getting better at actually telling people what to do, which is something that I've had a bit of a challenge with. I feel like I've done a good job of giving people's opinions about things. I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? And what do you want to do? And I think that is really good. It's really good to be collaborative and to get everybody's opinions about things, but I think I also need to get into more of a position where I'm just like, okay, this is what needs done. You need to go do this. So that would be one of my goals. Another goal, which is a more bigger goal that I've been working on this semester, would be to get the food waste from Sodexo on the main campus for our facility. When the composting facility started out, part of the goal was to get food waste on campus and then turn this into compost by student workers and then sell this compost or use it in the student garden, which made a really cool cycle of food waste from campus being turned into compost. And we do get a lot of food waste from WCCC, the community college, and we also get food waste from City Market, which is cool. They've been a good resource for us, but I think that it would be even more sustainable to actually get it from campus. And like I said, it started out that way, but ended up not working out for this reason or that. But I'm hoping to reinstate that, though it's gotten a bit set back at the moment because of COVID and campus being shut down. But hopefully, given the opportunity to be composting manager again, we could accomplish that goal. My biggest strength. I think that my biggest strength is thinking. I'm a thinker, and not only like academic thinking, I am good at that, but also like thinking about how things are going to affect other people and other people's opinions. And so this allows me to be considerate and take into account other people's motivations and how things might affect them. Thinking also allows me to problem solve and think through things that are like if a new idea about what to do with the facility has come up, then this allows me to, okay, yeah, this is a great idea, but it might have this issue and this issue and that issue. And so it allows me to help work through that. It also allows me to be pretty practical. I would like to say I am a fairly practical person. And so while I think that dreams are great, especially the facility, there's so much more that we could do at the facility, that we do have to stay practical and be like, okay, well, we have this and this and this that actually needs done. Our worms need fed, the food needs chopped, food needs picked up, that sort of thing. It actually needs to get done. Whereas expanding the facility would be cool someday, but that's not actually one of our priorities on an everyday basis. So they often say that your biggest strength is also your biggest weakness, and I think that this is true for me. Thinking can also be my downfall. I have a tendency to think too much sometimes and get wrapped up in my head, and so it can be hard. To see the big picture. Thinking allows me to see the big picture sometimes, but it also makes it hard at other times. And so that would be, that's my biggest weakness. I think that my biggest challenge would be has been and will continue to be trying to coordinate everything. So as a composting manager this past semester, I have learned that composting manager gets a lot of input from lots of different places. There's the employees, there's also people in student life, and there's the compost faculty advisor, and there's Sustainability Council. And while all this input is really good, everybody has a different perspective of where they come from and different priorities and of what the facility should look like and needs to accomplish and what is required. It can get a little bit overwhelming sometimes, and it can also get overwhelming, and it can be hard to accomplish things. So I think that would definitely be the biggest challenge.